Welcome to my channel. This is Hair with Coco. I hope you're gonna stay for the journey because this is a new video about a cheaper hairpiece. Okay, procrastination sometimes helps because I was gonna record the video, post it the same weekend, but I just got super lazy. Editing is not my forte. But it kind of won this round. I have been wearing this hairpiece for a month now. And so rather than just doing a little how I do my whole hairpiece process, I'm just gonna do a full review of my cheaper hairpiece. And overall, I'm just annoyed that I didn't buy cheaper hairpieces before, because this one has been... It's annoying because it's been so good. I literally bought it from Amazon. I'll link it below just so you can see the different styles that you can get. But it's so annoying because it was just so cheap. And when I say cheap, I mean it was literally half the price of what I normally get them. And so I'm like, this is either going to be terrible or it's going to work out and we're gonna have cheaper, awesome hair now. I think I did my hair Thursday. It's Tuesday, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I'm on day 5 with my hair. I just got, this is like a regular hairstyle that I do for work, and for every day, I guess. But I kind of trimmed the sides a bit more so I can have more of a part here. I haven't looked at the back, so I'm just hoping that it looks fine. But I kind of did this one different, but not too different because I love my messy hairstyles. But overall, 10 out of 10. The hairpiece itself is great quality. I found the base to be awesome. The lace was just a lot easier to cut and it didn't fray as much. The hair quality itself, I felt, because it was color treated, was a little bit more dry, but that's to be expected. And also with good products, you can get away with having a drier hairpiece because you can kind of bring it back to life a bit with good products. So that's kind of what I did with mine. And the hair feels really silky when I get my products in there, so that hasn't been an issue. So I'm assuming the other hair pieces, if they're not color treated like this one, they're gonna be better. So yeah, but I like having the blonde part in there. It's kind of fun, different from the black I've been doing for years. But yeah, this is a review video now because you'll see now the sides of my hair have grown out more from the beginning part of the video. And let me just take those off. But yeah, the sides of my hair have grown in a bit better or longer, and so the hairpiece blends better. You'll see a huge difference from as the video goes on when I first put it on, because I shaved my head bald and then I put the hairpiece on like a week after, so it just looked like I had a rug on, but it was fine. We made it. Really wish I showed you guys the process of cutting it, but my tripod is only so long. I think next time I'll have someone help me record that. It'll be a lot easier. But yeah, you'll get to see everything else on how I start it and cut it in. So yeah, it's great hairpiece. Amazon, I wasn't really expecting much because out of the 8 years I've been doing hair, I never thought to buy a hairpiece from Amazon. Of course it crossed my mind, and I know we shouldn't be supporting Amazon at all, but when I saw the price and the my wallet was screaming for it. It was like, all right, I'll give it a go. And yeah, here we are. I think you should too, but ultimately there's so many places you can get a hairpiece. This is just where I got mine this time. But I'll be buying more for sure. And yeah, it'll be interesting. But yeah, let me do a little look around. Alright. Oh shit, let me turn my light on. Is that too bright? No, we're good. We're experimenting this week. If you guys didn't see my post, no one saw my post. I think like one person liked it. We are experimenting this week because what I have is a mess from last week. I have my normal hairpiece, but there's this giant bald spot, which is super annoying. And mind you, this hairpiece is only about maybe a month old. That means it's only been through 4 or 5 washes. To have it be this bald already, I've had so many problems with this hairpiece. Usually what I spend on hair pieces varies, but you're looking like $200 to $300. Anything less than is a good deal, or it's pretty cheap. So what I'm doing this week is, because I'm poor this month, I bought a hairpiece from Amazon for the first time. And it's from this place called Lishy. And it came in this cute little box. You open the hair, or the box, and then the hair's in here. So normally what I spend on hair pieces has been about like $300. That's average over the years. This one that I bought from Lishy on Amazon was $150, and we're experimenting with the color. I got just this poly base. I like these because it's gonna last longer and it's more durable for when you do your washes. It's lovely. Now, my first impressions of this hairpiece is that it's actually really good, honestly. The hairpiece itself is durable filling. The lace feels more of a French lace than a Swiss lace. I find the Swiss lace to be more delicate than the actual French lace. It's nice and it looks more natural if you're comparing the two. But overall, people don't notice. If you're wearing a hairpiece and you don't tell people, they don't notice. So I really want to just experiment with a cheaper hairpiece. Cheaper, not cheap. Because we need affordability in this economy. And what I did was, I really wanted to be platinum again. But I didn't want to dye my hair again because I have really light hair up here. My mustache is really light, but I'm more of like a level 7 or a dirty blonde. And then I wanted to have the lighter on top just to have fun, I guess. See, I haven't been platinum or blonde in like 5 years. So what I want to do with this hairpiece is, since it's color treated, I can't perm it. Luckily, we have some wave to it, so not all is lost. Kind of like waves that you can play with a bit, scrunch them. Because the hair is color treated, it's drier feeling. It's not so damaged feeling, but it does have that hay-like, but not hay-like. It definitely could use some deep conditioning, some oils. But overall, not bad for the color that we have. I think It's good quality. The last piece that I had problems near the front because the front is the only part that is lace. All the rest is this plasticky, and then we have more of like a finer texture. But up here, we have more of the lace, and it's more durable. It's not so flexible. But overall, I had problems with the last one with the hairs plucking out, and then we had like that problem. I was over it. So if a hairpiece that cost me $300 is already having a bald patch when I've done my hairpieces the same for years, it's the hairpiece. All right, there are some things I just can't do on camera because it's just a pain. What I did is I toned the hairpiece a bit, but I was mainly using this Miracle Clay hair mask from It's a 10. Now before I go in and cut the lace to a widow's peak, I just pin it onto a head so I can get it cut. A lot of you probably won't want to attempt to cut it yourself. I think your best bet is to tape it on yourself, get it how it feels, cut the lace how you want, and then have a specialist go in and cut it for you while it's on your head. But yeah, this is my option. I put it on a wig head that I've wrapped in plastic because I usually do a lot of perms. And then I'm gonna cut it. My goal for this hair is to do a little bit longer in the back, just a little bit. I want to do tighter here, but then I want to do a pompadour type of look. So it's going to have a little bit of volume. The nice thing about blonde colored hair is that it tends to be drier, so you can get more volume out of it, which is going to be fun. But yeah, that's kind of the goal I'm wanting, but we'll see how my cutting skills are up for it. I'm very out of practice, but yeah, it should be fun. Welcome back. It's been a few days for me. I went in and I cut it, so it just kind of has a pompadour. It'll show you more of the style when it's actually on my head. I should have filmed me cutting the hairpiece, but I'm not the best at hair cutting. It's never been my strength, and I'm very much out of practice. The only time I ever cut my hairpiece or hair in general is like maybe 2 or 3 times a year, and it's when I get a new hairpiece. Maybe I will show how you cut it, but that is just like a different type of skill that you can't really pick up over video. Okay, so now that it's a new hairpiece, the front, it has this excess lace up here that we need to cut. This is when I kind of refine the hairline on the shape that I want, and I love a widow's peak, so I'm gonna kind of keep this a little bit more triangular and just cut into it a bit and make it look nicer and more custom. Okay, this is gonna be kind of hard to film. I'm on the floor right now. I'll just try to do my best. Don't mind this. I didn't wash it too well after the clay mask. Let's mark the middle of it. I don't know how I want to do that. So where it kind of arches here, let's just cut a middle tag, like right there, just so we know where to meet. And then this is the part that you just really want to take your time. Hope you guys can see. Okay. This hairpiece, I'm actually kind of impressed because it already came more, I feel like the hairline was already more as a widow's peak than my other hair pieces I've ever bought. So I kind of want to do it a little bit in around here, and then just meet where the middle is. But just to take off that excess. You may not be able to see it through the camera, but you can kind of see the hairs a little bit. And then I'll just kind of refine it where I messed up a bit. And then that's the extra that you end up cutting. Not too much hair, but you see how it kind of just straightens out that in a less rounded way. It makes it lay a lot nicer, so it looks, it's not so rounded on your scalp. Okay, you see how we're getting a little bit more straight. It doesn't have to be perfect. No hairline, not even a real hairline is perfect. And even if it's kind of one side lays higher than the other just a little bit, that's how it looks naturally on people if you look close. So I find the more imperfections you have around the front, the more natural it could end up looking. And then to make the widow's peak, you just want to have more of a point. There's some spaces that I can get a little bit closer, so I'm just going to refine it. So, see how we have the widow's peak? It just kind of comes to a point here. That's perfect. Should be ready to tape it. So let's do that. Again, I have my two tapes. One that's more of the angle that goes up here and then around here. Sometimes when you tape on a new hairpiece, the tape has a harder time sticking. So you just may have to press a little harder. Or if you're more into gluing your hairpiece down, you won't really have to worry about that too much. So I just make sure it's all around. When you have an awkward fitting piece like that, it's best to just hold it as much as you can, press it down as much as you can, and then once you release it, usually just returns back to normal. If you have little creases, you can just take your finger and press them out. Perfect example. When it's just creased like that, just stretch it and use your finger. And then I grab the last curved piece and I put that near the hairline just to give it extra support. Where you tape is optional. This is just what has worked for me. It's what feels right. I'm not using too much tape. It's nice. Anyway, that's the hairpiece. All taped. We're ready to go. Okay, so we're gonna start with the regular weekly routine, which just includes like shaving my beard, trimming the scalp, showering, exfoliating, all of that. But the one thing that I'm concerned about is how short my hair is. Because it was just not even a week ago that I buzzed my head bald. Because I went through a meltdown after that bald spot I found on my hairpiece. It was annoying. My hair is very short. But I'm impatient, I'm sick of going hairless, and we're just gonna make it work. So, let's trim up my beard, just like we do normally. After, before. Okay. Now, because I know where my hairpiece lays, trimming my hairpiece has always just been the same for me, so I just trim accordingly. This is radar. Did I miss a spot? No, we're kind of ready. Trimmed up the beard, we're looking fine. Got the head shaved-ish. I know I missed spots, I really don't care. Now I'm gonna go shower, exfoliate, and then we'll get the scalp prepped. Alright, now that we're showered, we're ready to go. We're on to the best part. Where the fuck did my mirror go? I need multiple mirrors when I do this, especially when I'm filming. So now that we're all showered, I got my scalp exfoliated, we got the hair buzzed as best as we could. Now I like to use the Max Hold Sport Hold, or the base. It's great. I like it because it helps your hairpiece stay on longer, so if you sweat or water hits it, it basically creates that barrier between the tape and your scalp, so it holds longer. It's nice. So, what I do is I apply that all over my scalp. Since I taped around the whole perimeter of my hairpiece, I'm gonna also apply this to the whole perimeter as well. So let's get close. I probably didn't shave enough on this side, but my hair is still so short, I'm not even concerned. So now I need this mirror to do the back. I hope it's filming the right angle. This doesn't need to be perfect. You're just slapping this on. It's the barrier, so it doesn't need to be perfect. It's like a primer. That'll do. Okay. So now we can put on the hairpiece. It's always nice when you have the new hairpiece because it's just perfectly concaved and it just fits perfectly. You don't really have to stretch it on. It's nice. So again, what I do, since I've cut the widow's peak in there, I take my thumbs, and then my thumbs are now the guide to where I place on my forehead. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, I'm gonna need this side of the mirror. We're gonna try to make it work. I look like a mess. Now that I've kind of got it stuck on, again, I just grab my wide tooth comb and I comb the hairpiece down to get all the pieces or the extra hair out. Now that we have it on, let's just make sure it's actually pressed onto the scalp. And now, this is the moment of truth. I just cut it on the mannequin and it looked fine there, so I'm hoping it looks good on me. So again, I get the hair wet, but I brush it in the back first. And then you just work your way up. So, there are a few things that I think I'm going to fix. Okay, so I kind of want a part right here. I didn't go far enough because obviously it was on the mannequin. It's not gonna blend as well, but so far this color is pretty fun. I like it. So let's give this hairpiece some love. I haven't put any product in it and it's already sitting where I want it, but I'm gonna do 3 pumps of hair oil just to run that through the ends. Okay. And then I'm gonna do a pump some pumps of leave-in conditioner. Now let's grab our comb and just brush that through. But I made that cheaper hairpiece actually look pretty good. Like, I'm impressed. So I used to buy my hair pieces, or not used to, I flip-flop everywhere where I buy my hair pieces, but I went from Lord Hair, which if you know or have seen, they have been increasing their prices way more. To the point where I'm like, okay, we gotta do something about it. So I ended up buying this hairpiece from Amazon, going from like $300 to this one being $150. And it had a lot more color options. I just shaved my head like maybe a week ago. And so my sides of my hair are still very short to where it's not gonna blend really good right now. When my hair grows out, it's gonna look more real and more natural and like it's more blended. But right now, you're not gonna see that. But I still think it looks decent and I still have the hair I want. But I'll do another like close up. And I haven't really checked out the back. It's none of my business. But yeah. I'm pretty impressed. I actually really like this hairpiece. I thought it was really good. The hair quality is really good as well. With it being color treated, it's more dry, but that's something that you can just get by with good products and just taking more care of it. But overall, I'm impressed. I love this hairpiece. I'll link it below in the description, just if you're curious to where I got it from. Yes, it's from Amazon. Yes, I know we shouldn't be supporting them, but, you know, it was so cheap. I had to make it work. Always go a little bit longer than the hairstyle you want, because the hairpiece, because they're so full of hair, they're not going to lay as flat. So if you get a shorter cut, it's just gonna poke right out. So your best bet is to keep it a bit longer. If you're gonna have a hairpiece, you may as well just have longer hair. Otherwise, why are you doing it? You have fun, get different colors, experiment. But this is one other look. I might just slick it back from now on, but I really just wanted to get the curls out of it, because I usually perm my hair pieces and I miss that. So, but yeah, that's kind of my advice. Hair pieces, you can usually make a cheaper one work just fine. You just have to know what you're doing. Make sure you're not cutting it too short. Make sure you keep the hair moisturized so it doesn't look dry and matted. But yeah, I just kind of slapped this one on after cutting it.